Hi, my name is Gene Shu, spelled H-S-U. Today, I'd like to talk about China in a book I'm finally getting around to writing called The China Leadership Dilemma. This book is for anyone who wants to work more constructively with people from China. Yeah, I know it wasn't easy before, and it's probably only going to get harder, given how this pandemic is accelerating the negative attitudes between most Americans towards Chinese people and vice versa. You know, over the past 20 years, I've had the privilege of experiencing many facets of developing real guanxi relationships and doing business in China. But it's not the experiences themselves that are important. We've all had our China experiences, and many of you have had decades of experience living and working in China. What I think may be valuable to you is where my attention was during all of my endeavors and interactions with Chinese people, and what I was able to observe, connect, and then extract in a meaningful way to be able to explain in a practical context why so many leaders fail to achieve the outcomes they desire or even expect. Call it ignorance, myopia, or just a lack of cultural awareness, but the outcomes are generally the same: an unexpected disappointment, despite trying your best to listen and be patient, even being overly generous at times, and generally trying to deliver value and be a good servant leader. You see, when I started doing business in China in 2004, I had already completed a successful assignment as country manager in Taiwan, and I'm 100% fluent in Mandarin Chinese. But it wasn't until I unwittingly forced my first local Chinese partner to lie, cheat, and steal from me that I began to discover, or I began to realize, knowing how to speak Chinese doesn't mean you know what to say in Chinese. In this book, The China Leadership Dilemma, I will help you demystify all of the situations that cause you frustration, anxiety, and even anger, so you can develop greater cultural awareness and a new approach for your own cross-cultural interactions with Chinese people. You will discover the true meaning of a cultural dichotomy, and then you will learn a blueprint to develop a mindset for China business, to eventually be able to solve your own China leadership dilemma. All the China stories and lessons in this book are real, but the value, I think, is in the depth and nuance in which many strange and often unethical and corrupt behaviors are explained in context, to give you, the reader, an option to choose an alternative winning path forward, one that your logical senses would have never realized was there, and that's the China Leadership Dilemma. Everything that has made you successful within your own career and organization will likely become the reasons that cause you to come up short in China. This is why you can seemingly do everything right, but still walk away dazed and confused. Now, if you don't want to wait for the book and you want to engage with me directly with whatever existing challenge you have with your current projects, strategic initiatives, or frustrations with the status quo, I'm offering several bonuses that range from having a conversation with me on my podcast to having me as your personal China business advisor, trainer, and consultant for an entire year. I hope you will join me to improve the world we live in by improving our cross-cultural relationships one at a time, beginning with your own.